Another short turnaround. First things first, have any of the boys that played against Macarthur the other night, have they all pulled up well and are fit and firing for Western United?
Yeah, everyone after the game has pulled up okay. So, we'll see after training how everyone again goes, and we'll take it from there.
Of the boys that were injured, I guess we can go through. Any chance that Matthew Leckie comes back into the squad?
Again, it's that day by day. We need to see how he pulls up today, and then we can make our decision based on how he's feeling. So we'll know more after this morning's training session.
But that means he's a chance to play.
Could be, yeah, could be. Yeah.
The other boys, Galloway, Griffiths, how are they tracking?
I think Griff, will be maybe not ready for tomorrow. Scotty could be thereabouts. So again, we'll need to see how Scotty goes. But Griff, I don't think will be ready for tomorrow.
And Bucciarelli was absent from the squad against Macarthur. Was that injury related or was that a coach's decision?
It was a coach's decision.
Is he a chance to come back into the squad?
Yeah, again, potentially. Again, we'll see how today goes.
With that short turnaround, PK, and bearing in mind you've got a hellacious schedule coming up, chance to see any rotations from your side tomorrow with just the 3 days rest against a well-rested Western United?
Well, we've been doing this for 2 months now. So, it is what it is. So, yeah, look, I'll play the best team possible, I think. He's ready for the game. Will there be rotations? I don't know. We'll have to see tomorrow. But again, I'll need to see how everyone is going in training today, and then I'll make my decision.
Always going to get those fresh quotes from you though about the rotation, even if we know. But Western United, it's a huge game, top of the table clash. You've played them twice this season for 2 1-0 defeats. What have you learned from those 2 games?
Look, I think if you're not concentrated for 90 minutes, they can hurt you. So we understand that. But it's more about what we want to do and how we go about it. Against them tomorrow.
Against a side like Western United, their back four has been resolute all season. Have you identified anything in particular? I know you can't share exactly what it might be, but have you identified anything you think you can exploit?
Potentially. We'll see. We'll have to see tomorrow.
Anyone else?
On that pick, I mean, your side's been pretty free scoring all season. You've managed to find multiple goals in just about every game, but Western United have kind of been this rare exception to that rule. Do you have any, suggestions as to what it is that they do that is different to the other teams?
You'll have to ask their coach about that. I don't like to comment on other teams. They're doing what they're doing, and that's the way it is. And their coach is the one that can speak about themselves. I don't like talking about another team. I just think it's a bit disrespectful, even though you don't try to be disrespectful. But I'd rather concentrate on our team and what we do.
Sure, and speaking about the rotations and the fitness of the squad, after this game it looks like you've got your first week-long break in what feels like forever. Does that seem like a really good opportunity for you to refresh? Is that an important kind of break for your side?
Yeah, look, I think any break at the moment is important. Again, we've been doing this for 2 months. So, again, we need to worry about tomorrow first, then before the break. The break will come. Look, our team's adjusted fantastically well with the schedule that we've had. Never complained. We got on with it, and at the moment, that's the current stage of the game, and that's it. We deal with it. So we've adapted really well. After tomorrow's game, about the rest, we'll see what happens. But we just got to concentrate on tomorrow first.
And so concentrating on tomorrow, it is a match with major implications for the premiership race. Is that at all on your mind? Is that mentioned at all in the squad?
No. You know, there's so many games left.
Yeah.
You know, so again, we go game by game. You know, whether we play the top team, third team, the bottom team, it doesn't matter. Every game's important, and it's the same with tomorrow.
When we asked you a few weeks ago about, you know, and you mentioned how you're not focusing on individual results, but the broader legacy that you're leaving. Does a match which, you know, if you lose it, could potentially, you know, be the end of a premiership hope for the season? When you speak about the broader legacy, does that add more weight in your mind to it?
No. You know, we've been, again, I talk about the legacy and the performance. You know, if you see what we've started from a couple of years ago, you know, I think it's been great. You know, a loss to a game doesn't determine your legacy over a couple of years. So, you know, Man City, for example, they've lost games, but I bet you say, oh wow, what a great footballing team. Okay, hasn't happened overnight, but it's happened for several years now. Same thing, you know, a loss doesn't determine, you know, what in the end result, what we want to achieve in terms of performance-wise and what you want to, you know, leave behind over a legacy. You know, that's part of football. You know, if you go in with like that, if you're results-driven, which it is a results business, but I think that short mindset doesn't, I think it clouds your judgment over the long period of what you want to achieve when you're at a club.
Western United, talk about this game. It's clearly a big game to them. They're an expansion side. They want to get one over their local rivals. They want to make it a rivalry. They want to make it a big occasion. Is that something that your boys, you know, think about? They want to get one over Western United. It's a derby. There's a little more excitement around that in the dressing room.
Again, like I said, you know, I think every game's important. You know, every single game is important. Whether again you play the top side, bottom side it's in you know, in the middle of the table. Every game is important. You know, obviously, it's just two Melbourne teams in the end of the day. That's why probably maybe the excitement over the game. But for us, every game is important. MacArthur was important, and it's the same importance as tomorrow's game. Same thing.
Is there any ever talk about like for the fans, it's a huge game for them. You know, you want to get out there and win the game for them, and so they don't have to listen to Western United fans talk about how they went 3-0 against Melbourne City this year.
That's okay. Fans can talk. Fans will always talk. It doesn't matter. You know, we want our fans to be there and to support us. Yes, definitely. But that's sports. You know, fans will always talk. You know, again, we just prepare for, you know, every game the same way. We treat every game the same way, regardless of where the opponent is on the league or not. Every game is important.